Hi guys, welcome to another movie crew review. Today we are talking War Machine, starring Alan Ritchson as a ranger recruit who is going through his final training procedures. He comes in contact with an alien war machine and with his battalion must try and take it down and save Earth. So this film stars obviously Alan Richardson as our protagonist. We see Stephen James and Blake Richardson as probably the two main Ranger recruits with him. And then on the side of that, we have more of the two leaders of the Ranger team, which is Dennis Quaid and Alice Morales, who are the head honchos. So getting into this film, I think if you want a bit of action, a bit of a switch off and have fun with it, I had fun with it. It's one of these films that you watch it and you probably won't remember too much in a year or so. It's not something that you're going to call back to too much, but for a Netflix film, it was pretty good. But I mean, if I put that preface in it, you kind of get what I'm coming from the start. So, but yeah, it's pretty much Alan Richardson taking on Ed 209 from RoboCop for like the whole second half of the film. But I still really enjoyed it. I think it was still a good film. But Cameron, what were your thoughts on this film?
I mean, yeah, it was good. I wouldn't put it anywhere past good. I think it did its job, did what it needed to do. There's certain things I really enjoyed, like sort of how they're always on the run pretty much the whole movie until the end. Like they don't want to go eye for eye with this robot. I think that's probably the most different thing about this movie. Usually they're trying to kill it and trying to find ways to destroy it, whereas they're just trying to run and get help majority of the movie. So I did enjoy that because that's probably more a realistic take on things because they are just recruits to a point. And I loved how ruthless they made the robot. Like it starts with this big group and then it whittles it down so quickly to just a small group and then it gets smaller and smaller as the movie goes on. So that stuff I really liked. The design of the robot, I don't know, it's very chickeny. It looks very like a chicken to me. So I don't like chickens. So every time I looked at this thing walking around, I just didn't like it. It's just two legs and then it's got that white white thing about it. So I don't know, I just to me it came to mind it looks like a chicken. So a robotic chicken. But tip 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 that that did not enjoy that. I think the design could have been maybe a bit better. I don't know. I don't know what I'd want, but yeah. I mean, what did you think?
Um, I think the movie started off like the first 10 minutes were fine. Like it looked like a real movie. After that, it just looked like a Netflix movie. I hated the color palette of this movie. It's just green. I don't know. Everything looked so green. And so it was a bit hard to get into the movie. Um, I like the graphic nature of the movie. The blood and guts, a lot of gore. So that I liked. He's good, Alan Richardson. He's jacked. So so that's a plus point, I guess. It's a Predator movie for me. Like it felt like a Predator movie. Like it's the same location. Even we go near a sea as well, whatever river, and even the machine was sort of scanning everything like a predator. So it felt like pretty much the same thing, but it's just a giant robot. And um, like you commented, like it would eliminate anyone. Like I like that bit. I think we spent so much time like doing the ranger stuff because we sort of needed backstory to the main guy, and I think we spent way too long there. And after that, it's a different movie, so it's sort of a disconnect. And everyone is disposable here. All the other characters, apart from maybe one dude, everyone disposable. We're there just to kill them. And they had like one moment, like, oh, you're these sort of friends or whatever. Like we sort started to connect. And that was like, yeah. And everyone gets killed, I guess. Spoilers, I don't care. But yeah. So I don't know. I know I wasn't, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that the start bit was too I started to get bored with it, especially the whole, we go like montage, say something, montage, say something. I think like I needed like one montage and then like, let's get there. Because it was like, what, half an hour, 35, 40 minutes of just range of this and range of that. Like even the start bit with Jai Courtney, I swear that's only in the film so they can put Jai Courtney's name on it, like, because he's like probably the only other notable person other than Dennis Quaid. Or
I don't know who he's talking about.
that guy, yeah, no, but that girl's scene, I did not need, a backstory later down the track would have been good enough for me, and him come in with a bit more of a mystery, around him, like this old recruit comes into the Ranger training and everybody's making fun of him, and then pretty much the faces they give him when they find out what he's done. That's what I would have liked without the backstory at the start. But yeah, I think we spent way too much in that Ranger scene.
Yeah, the desert scene with the brother, that's fine. You need that just to build a base sort of for the main character. But the training with the recruits, like when you're watching the movie, it's like we did all that for nothing because the characters, they can become their own during that escape and that running sequence that they're going through after that whole training montage. Like, because the whole point of that Ranger thing was to establish that no one's connecting with Alan Richards' character, which is fine, but we don't need it for 25 minutes. We'll get it after 15 minutes. Like, he's a lone ranger. Like, we get it. But they kept beating that same beat over and over again during the training. And I'm just like, right, let's get on. Let's move on.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing. And because by the end of it, the characters don't matter because, like Moon said, spoiler, but they're all dead except for one other guy. So it really makes it pointless. And looking back at it makes me more upset that it was that long. But what can we do?
Oh, and the dialogue in the movie. There was one dude, like he would say, he looked like he was a bit slow, but I don't know. But he would say it. Anyway, so, but like he was the conspiracy theorist guy, and he would be, saying all that stuff, and then, like once they established that the machine probably came from outer space or not, and the dialogues were horrible, and suddenly our main dude, like he has this chip on his shoulder, and suddenly he starts being like one-liners, and he can't deliver one-liners. For a moment, he said, I felt like he's like Jesse and Sergeant Dogs mixtape when Thermodyne makes my. I was like, where is this coming from? It was not his character at all, and suddenly, yeah, it was funny though.
Yeah, it's just that. But his growth was all right considering he just wanted to sort of save as many, because you got that from the first part of the movie. Like, he didn't get to save his brother, and all that whittles out by the end of the movie, so you understand his character. But the one-liners were just, yeah, I agree. It just didn't fit.
It's trying to be an Arnold Schwarzenegger film when it's not an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. That's what it is. No, I mean, those films, they came, they went. Different time, and just I don't think he has the charisma to pull it off, or the accent.
And just with the end fight scene for me, it really felt like Robot Wars. You build your own robot and they'd put him in an arena. That's exactly how this movie felt. It's like they watched that and they're like, oh, we should implement this in the movie, because he gets in this bulldozer and he's just barraging the freaking big chicken robot and just making rocks fall on it. I'm just like, right, I get we have to find a weak point, and he figured it out, but I don't know. I wanted something, I don't know, more, better. I don't know. It just didn't hit for me. I ended up sort of giggling inside watching it, because it is a long scene in terms of that he's just running into it constantly. So it just happens a lot, and nothing really happens other than him running into it. So I don't know what you boys thought about that.
No, I still reckon that for me, the robot was still like menacing, because it looked so when you look at it at first, you think, oh, this thing looks so stupid. And then, like, all of a sudden, those balls come out of nowhere and, like, start blowing everything up. I was like, I don't know why I thought Pokemon when I saw the balls. That was, like, the first thing that came to mind. Very strange, but yeah, anyway. But yeah, I think the carnage is so good in this film. The way that everybody, like, blows up and you see legs everywhere and things like that. That I've got to give this film credit for. Because, yeah, usually you don't see that. It's all, like, off camera. I must admit, it didn't look like... Yeah, there are bits, especially like the news broadcast. They look so fake CGI, like the worst I've seen. But all the scenes, I guess that would be important. I'd say, like all the death scenes, they look pretty good. They look pretty realistic.
I didn't mind the last action scene. It was alright, but the action scene before that in the tank, yeah, in that tank, the movie for me because it was just CGI. It looked so messy and.
That did look pretty fake, especially all the bombs going off.
Oh yeah, that looked really bad. Yeah, and the big, like the mountainside of it, how the rocks tumble as well. It just didn't look like it was there. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
but
it's a Netflix film. That's
that's what you have to take.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why I'm not being too harsh with it, but you got to nitpick something.
Yeah.
But I actually wouldn't mind a second part. I actually want to see more.
They kind of set it up. That's how I gathered it. They've set up a sequel. I wouldn't be surprised if we see like War Machines Paris or something, like Alan Ritchson's like airdropping into France, like I don't know, baguettes at the death machines or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why am I writing the food for them?
I don't disagree. It left me in agreement with you, Moon. Like, I wouldn't mind a sequel. Like, I don't know, the idea behind these robots are okay, just as long as maybe a new design here and there, but it's a less chickeny. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. The story's there, but I would have probably, if they did a sequel, to dive more deeper into the sci-fi, which I think they would have to, considering we thought it was just one robot and then they expanded it. It went worldwide, so... Hopefully. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I would watch it. 100% I would watch it. I'd hope he sees some kind of aliens. Yeah, I know I'd watch anything, but definitely like... But then again, would I go to the cinemas? I don't know if I'd go to the cinemas to see number 2. Maybe if there's, nothing else, I probably would.
Nothing else.
You will go, John. We know.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
You'll be right.
Oh, yeah, I'll see it like 6 times, like in every format, so I can compare them. Or you're like, oh, the chairs were better in this one or that one. Oh, shit. But yeah. All right. Shall we get on to the scores, guys?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Moon, how many War Machines are you giving this out of 10?
I gave 5.5 War Machines out of 10. What?
That's just so funny.
Cameron, well, how many War Machines are you going to give this out of 10?
I'll give it 6 War Machines out of 10.
All right. Well, I was going to give it, and I still am going to give it 7 War Machines out of 10. I enjoyed it. I'll go back to it. I probably will watch it when it comes on Netflix again.
And then he goes, I might not see the sequel. What?
Yeah, I might not see it in the series, but I will watch it.
You never watched Truth and Dare. I hate that movie, but I want the sequel, like, really bad.
Fair enough.
All right, guys, if you've watched the end of the video, thanks for watching. Obviously, subscribe to the channel so you can watch more of our podcasts as they come through on the films for 2026. Comment down below if you got any questions or you want to discuss anything, and catch us on the next one. Ciao.